Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is who is your future spouse or life partner. So I'm going to do an updated reading for you on who is your future spouse or life partner, and give you some clues on how you will recognize them, how they will treat you, what will the future be with them, what will things look like, and generally a little bit of their personality. That'll be mostly what will be come out. So I have 4 piles here. And pile 1 is this clear quartz crescent moon. Whoopee. Pile 2 is the orange calcite. Pile 3 is rose quartz. And pile 4 is a yellow tumbled agate. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Get these through your nose. Ready? Close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Now open your eyes and let your eyes connect with your heart chakra and be drawn to the card that's calling your name. You definitely can pick more than one, but if you'd like a really accurate spot on, then just go with your first choice first and see what that says, and then maybe you can pick another choice to fill in some areas. A lot of times you'll pick a pile that represents you, and then the other pile will represent your person. You might like to see it that way as well. So definitely pick more than one pile if you feel called to it, or all of them if you want to. Otherwise, make your choice now, and let's begin. All right, and here we have pile 1 with the Crescent Moon quartz. Did I went quartz? That's one little burp right there. All right, let's see what we have. You have shadow work. Okay, so right away, this is making me feel like your person is going to bring out parts of you that you may not have been expecting. And I also feel with your person, one of you definitely is a light worker and one of you is a shadow worker. But basically, a shadow worker is a light worker. It's just the way they go about getting to the light. You can't see the light without the shadow. So I feel like because you will be together, you'll balance each other that way, very much like in a yin-yang aspect. So in general, this is illumination and balance and synergy, and there could be also healing connection here, 2 people healing each other by being together. So also, you know, when you do shadow work, it gets very intense, right? And sometimes it can feel a little bit scary. But I feel like whoever is the shadow worker is not afraid of the dark. This person is not afraid of the dark things in the world. And maybe they've gone through a lot of deep, difficult times in their life, and that's why they're so attracted to you particularly, is because you're the light in the dark to them. And maybe it's a little bit why you are attracted to them as well, because there's something very special and different about them. And sometimes I feel like with this person, you won't be able to hide, or they won't be able to hide from you. You'll be able to see each other very clearly. There's lots of ways to work with your own shadow. You can see it like something separate from yourself, but it's not. kind of like a Peter Pan situation. You can see it sort of separate from yourself, and it's something that sometimes you need to reattach or whatever. Sometimes you need to chase after it and get it under control and sew it back to you. And it's interesting, this could be a very Peter Pan, Wendy-like connection. She finds his shadow and she helps heal him. She actually sews it back on his feet. So it's kind of, I feel like it's going to be that kind of dynamic for you guys. All right, so let's see what else. I'm going to adjust my altar a little, just so I can make a little more room. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. All right, so King of Wands represents fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somebody who's very dynamic, charismatic, enthusiastic, strong, leadership. All the kings are in leadership positions, even if he's, even if he's a truck driver or whatever, even if he's sanitation department, there's a royalty about this person. And yeah, we might get back to talking more about that. We also have the Queen of Wands. Okay, look, and we have the royal couple here, the King and Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, though, is actually kind of different, I think, from the King of Wands. Same enthusiasm and charisma. I think also with Wands here, there could be a performer. There could be somebody who I feel, with this Leo energy, somebody who's very into beauty and cosmetics and theatrics, and so I could see like an influencer or somebody who likes to do those like videos like that, makeup videos and things like that. Somebody who would like to do that kind of thing. Yeah, very pretty person. So with kings and queens, we're definitely getting attractive people for sure. And the fact that the King of Queens of Wands is out, it could represent that this is a twin flame couple. And then we have the King of Swords. So also we're getting intelligent, we're getting a good communicator, wisdom, just truth telling, truth seeking too, truth telling, truth seeking, kind of bold. Also, and the fact that we have kings, we have the highest ranking, which means these could be kings and queens or CEO types, definitely running their own businesses, and definitely having an air of royalty about them, even if they're stay-at-home mom or whatever, they're the queen of the castle, the king of the castle. So another good word for the King of Wands is visionary. Also, yes, action-oriented. Could be into sports, could be an athlete, or the Queen of Wands could be athlete too. It could be like a motivational speaker type person as well. He's very confident, he's powerful, really highly skilled, very perceptive, encouraging. If it's like a Sagittarius, is that kind of person that just like slaps you on the back and just like, don't have a lot of those kind of physical boundaries, but just is very joyful and charismatic, enthusiastic. But he definitely conquers any challenges with a lot of gusto. And then the Queen she's also very spiritual and independent, and she's bright and radiant and passionate. She like lights up the room as soon as she walks in. She's very protective of loved ones. She's very encouraging for you. She'll be like the wind beneath your wings, encourage you to stand strong. And she has, she has the sacred wisdom imbued in her. So it's in her nature already. Very much like the Queen of Cups. It's just in her to have this intuition, this ability to both nurture and intuit what needs to be done. You know, like she anticipates. She knows what to do. Like she has that natural ability to anticipate what's needed. So there could also be a person here who is logical, who has a lot of authority, who has a lot of honor, you know, privilege, a little bit of privilege with that, but strength and honor. And it, you know, there could be all of these qualities in one person, your person, or you could see yourself in themselves, or some of you out there can see this as your person, and some of you can see this as your person. So, you know, that's how come I'm doing it like that, is so these qualities that are coming out really help you understand who it is that actually represents you, right? And actually represents your person. So the King of Swords is very decisive. Sometimes he's kind of edgy. So that's why, like, if this person on the outside is kind of cool and edgy and sharp, they may be warm on the inside. But I kind of get that with the fire, it actually comes out. You can see this fire. It's like warm and glowing. So for some of you, it will be this type of personality, and some of you will be more like this type of personality, or this could be you. Like I said, one of you could be shadow, one of you could be the light worker, you know. So one of you could be like the sun, and one of you could be like the moon. Anyway, there's a lot of thinking with the head here as opposed to the heart, and in this case, there's a lot of going with the gut and being passionate. Before we go on any further, though, let's see as far as characteristics what come out from this little. Hi, my name is. Hello, my name is. Okay, we have non-human fairy starseed, so that's one possibility. This person is healthy and unconventional. Maybe we'll try one more. Okay. And cultured. There we go. And I have another deck that I'd like to use, which is my cherry on top. So we could get a few words from the cherry on top. We've got a romantic, humanitarian, who is honest. Alrighty. Alright, and next we're going to get from the Animal Tarot, just one card to add to this. I'll give a little bit of a shuffle. Okay. Okay, that one. Wow, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, so we've got some Taurus energy coming out. This is definitely a person who has a traditional way of doing things. It's interesting because I feel like they can be both unconventional and conventional at the same time. So in certain settings, that's why I'm feeling like maybe they're a performer, because that's their way, that's their release. So on a regular day, or their day job, or their daytime, they're kind of quite normal, practical, everyday, good person, goes, follows the rules, follows structure, follows rituals and traditions. And then their second thing that they like to do is sometimes portray other people, maybe, and that's their release, and able to able to express themselves. So, and definitely if there's a person here that likes to, you know, be like an influencer, it's not so much that they're a different person when they're doing that, but they are, you know, projecting a part of themselves that they may, you know, they may not normally do. On the second hand, it could be part of their ritual, their makeup routine, and things like that. The ritual can also represent the fact that even as a performer of some sort, they have to have certain they take care of themselves, and they keep themselves to a particular schedule, even if they do have to I mean, I just, you know, even if you do, especially if you have a busy lifestyle like that, you'll have to have an agenda and follow it fairly strictly in order to get everything you need to get done. So I think it's something like that's going on here. So I'm curious now to find out what is their archetype, and we're going to use the Oracle of the Roses for the archetype. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit of shuffle. Okay. And maybe we can clear up too what sign they might be. Alrighty, very nice. We have the Giver. We're just going to take that one on top. Oh my gosh, but this would be okay. So we have several. Let's just get all of them. Okay, so some of them are the givers, like, you know, this maybe the nurturers, the stay-at-home people who take care of kids or parents or things like that. You know, the giver. Also, they just could be very giving types. But we also have the Heart, which is very sweet. This represents that they're very romantic. I feel the romance here. And then they're a clown. They're the jester. So that kind of goes with the acting vibe too. So even if they're not a professional actor, they could be funny and fun to be around, you know. And they could be the type that makes you laugh, that makes you smile because they entertain so well. And so the jester is happiness and playfulness and spontaneity, and it is the astrology sign of Gemini. And then the giver is the astrology sign of Cancer, and they're about education and generosity and legacy and community and compassion. And the Heart, I bet the Heart is Libra. Let's check the Heart out. The Heart is Leo. So yeah, I was feeling Leo energy with the lady here. So with our Queen of Wands. So yeah, so we've got a mix of things, but definitely we have with the Heart, we have forgiveness and acceptance and compassion and love. That I think that's really beautiful. Also, I think it's cool that we have healthy come out, because I was feeling that there was some kind of healing connection, and this person's just going to be good for your health, you know. Being connected to them balances you out. There's a sense of balance and completion and connectedness. So that's really beautiful. All right, I'm going to use one more deck to see what's coming up in the future for you. Let's see. Well, I'm just going to see, like, how you are to each other. What's next in your love life? If you already know this person, maybe you can get a clue from the romantic fairy if you know this person. Okay, so material attachment. Too much focus on visible trappings. That could be something you're going through right now, or maybe they're going through, and something that they're overcoming. Look, there you go. They're your twin flame. See, heart, body, mind, and soul. This is your twin flame. So I felt that, you know, right away with the king and queen of flames. And there could be a reason why maybe some of you are in separation because of too much focus on material things right now. And that happens, you know, sometimes our world gets really small and it just becomes the stuff that, the most important stuff that we see, like our families, our belongings, and things like that, or our reputations, or our careers, or whatever. But those things seem to stand out so importantly that sometimes we forget the other things, the spiritual things in life. And so, or we put the spiritual things in life on the back burner. So I feel like for some, that could be going on here for you. You might know this person, and or you might still have yet to actually meet them, but I feel like there's a spiritual connection, but that right now is being sort of suspended because of some material situation. But I feel like this person's going to be really good for you once you connect with them and once you get married. So it's happening. I mean, this is about who your future spouse is. So if you're like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married, and then I'd like it to be with my twin flame, but I don't know if this situation's ever going to come into the 3D, you know, maybe you're going through something like that in your situation. And I feel, yeah, you are, but there could also be the fear, like maybe both of you have a fear of when you connect, it's going to turn into a material attachment, and you don't want that because the beauty of the twin flame relationship is how magically you connect in the 5D. But I think you can have a beautiful balance. And that word came out again. It's about a balance, definitely. There's going to be a lot of balancing moving forward, but you'll eventually get there, and I hope you like that. I'm going to move on. Oh, no, I'm not going to move on. I'm going to do your charms now. Okay. Not a lot. Oh, look! I got stuck in my fingers. And this is like the wheel of the year. There's not too much left in this year, only a few weeks. So I feel like by the end of this year, you might know more. You might know this person. There might be a major leveling up with this person. I just feel like this represents that something that you wish for, something that you dreamed of with this person that I feel like majority of you already know this person. It's not like I don't think you're gonna get married this year or even get proposed to, but there is gonna be some kind of hope. By the end of the year, there's gonna be some kind of hope that maybe next year some more things will develop. Also, yeah, check out at the end of the year or before the year's out, I'm going to be doing a 2022 reading, and that might give you some clues in that too. So we also have the little fairy and the moon. So we had a fairy star seed, and the moon to me kind of represents the shadow worker. So maybe there's that connection between fairies and shadow people. And then we have St. George. St. George is the patron saint of soldiers and, where's my cheat sheet? Agriculture, farmers, and yeah, their honor and bravery. That's kind of what they symbolize. We also have the key, so opening things up. Things are opening up. We have color. We have candy cane. Makes me think of Christmas. We have, on my walk today, I'm just seeing a lot of nativity scene, Jesus, Mary, Joseph statues and stuff. And then next to them is a candy cane. And so I'm singing a song in my head, candy canes and Jesus. So yeah, it's a fun mix, right? We've got stars. I feel like a starry night when you might meet, or when you might get proposed to, or something maybe when the stars align, maybe having to do with certain astrology. We also have Kansas. So some of you might be from Kansas, or your person, future husband or wife. And we have the dog. Dog represents best friends, soulmates. This is your soulmate for sure, and you're going to feel real happy and comfortable with them as a husband or wife. And then we have the leaf. So that takes me back to nature and the outdoors and eating well and health and wellness and all of that. So I feel like it is going to be a healthy relationship, definitely healthy. This is a been in the works, I feel, as far as twin flames go. And so when you get married, it's not going to be a quickie thing that, I mean, you're going to really know each other, like really, really know each other, and have worked through all of your toxicity and all of your shadows and everything else before you get to this point. So I think it's going to be worth it. And then once you do marry, it's going to be forever, for the rest of your life, because this is also your life partner. All right. So I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. There's a little thumb right there that you can hit, and there's like a confetti party, and then next to that is a subscription button. I think next to that is the join button. Any way you want to support the channel, I would be completely honored if you did. There's also, I think, a new button having to do with like little, minimal donations. If you want to play with that, I'm not opposed to that either. There's also chapters below, so if you want to just go to the picture and get to your chapter right away, do that. Like if your favorite number, like me, my favorite number is 24, you can go 2 and 4, and then you don't even have to deal with intros or anything, although sometimes intros can have little surprise information. So, well, I hope you like that, and definitely we'll see you at the next pile you choose. Moving on, Fae Trust to Pixie Dust. Okay, and here is pile number 2 with the orange calcite. And so I always just want to call it something else because it looks a little bit like candy, like a Jolly Rancher. It's a little like a pineapple piece. That's very nice. Very good energy in that one. So let's see what we have. We have divine wisdom. Okay. So first of all, your person could be some kind of guru, spiritual type, could be somebody who is very connected to their spiritual team, somebody who could be religious, somebody who is I feel very peaceful, very intuitive. Yeah, and we'll refer to the book a little bit on that one, because divine masters. I said masters. I was hearing the word masters in my head. So I feel like they might be very connected to their masters. Like they've already discovered that they have an ascended master guiding them. Interesting. So this is about Akasha and awakening. This deck, well, actually the Star Child Tarot is the Akashic Star Child Tarot by the same couple. Now I'm blanking, but I'm wanting to say both their names at the same time. Danielle Noel and Rebecca Campbell. And but it's interesting that the Akasha is here, because the Akasha is like that knowledge, the network of knowledge out there, similar to like the World Wide Web, but it's in a spiritual sense. It's like this web or grid or matrix. And this person's gone through a lot in order to be kind of elevated and awakened. They're very connected with their higher self. And they feel like when you get with this person, when you marry, I'm not even sure you marry this person, but when this person becomes your life partner, then you're going to feel truly unified with them. This is this true unity, and then together you expand into something greater. Very interesting. I think that's pretty cool. It feels very twin flame like, and I'm like, was really not intending to go twin flamey this time. I was like, no, we're gonna do practical regular marriages, and here we are already. But a lot of you out there are waiting for really that beautiful connection. You're not looking for just mundane or material creature comforts. And some of you are not even looking to, have, the house, the kids, and all of that either. I mean, some of you are definitely, and there's going to be those of you out there that will connect to that. But I just feel like so far, in just one card though, there is a group of people here who is maybe already been there, been married, and now they're looking for that life partner to complete their lives with, So there's another possibility here. I do feel like it's almost like this has age to it somehow. But there's a lot of, it's just like ancient mysteries, divine knowledge, breaking down of artificial structure, shifting timelines, a lot of those kind of energies going, like really expansive thinking, really broad-minded people, sovereign truths, lunar goddess, your god is not a god, it's a goddess, or something like that, very unusual, something special like that. I feel star seeds could be here too, and yeah, so let's try to see what more practical, what else comes out for us. Okay, so we have a King of Pentacles. So you know what, they could look like a nice solid, and they could have plenty of money, but maybe they're entering a phase where they're becoming very enlightened. Or, it's a combination of both. Maybe their wealth comes from doing something that brings others enlightenment, All right, let's keep looking. And we have the Queen of Cups. So a romantic and an intuitive woman, gentle, sweet-natured, sincere, creative, artistic, and let's see what else. And we have the Emperor, so divine masculine energy, Mars energy, Aries for some. With the Pentacles, we have earth signs like Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, and with the Queen of Cups, we have water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And yeah, like I said, the Emperor gives us more of the Aries energy. The King of Pentacles, so we've got kings and queens, which means authority figures. They're high ranking, they're mature, they're full circle, they're good looking. Usually the higher up in the court cards, the better looking you get. And then if you get into the major arcana, then you're getting really like beyond good looks. It's more like an energy, like you can't resist them because they have this magnetism about them. So yeah, definitely with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, this is like, he is the Midas touch. Anything he touches turns to gold. He could be a banker, he could be financial advisor, consultant, and still, be very spiritually minded, I see like this person could be a preacher, like a banker by day, preacher on Sundays, something like that, The Magician, I keep wanting to call him the Magician. The Emperor, he doesn't just have land like a kingdom, he owns like continents. This guy rules a lot. So as far as the king is concerned, you're going to feel very stable, secure with them. They'll have a bit of discipline, and structure to their style, but but you'll feel comfortable with them. You'll definitely have the house, the material things that most people want in their lives. But the material's not going to take precedent, I don't think. It's going to have a really great balance with with like, with temple or with church or with meditation, or there's going to be, you definitely incorporate some higher level connectivity, or your conversations just might be really far out there and interesting. They're very refined in their wisdom. They're very stable, of course. They have a lot of power. They like beautiful things and the physical earth, the landscapes and beaches and the glory of the beauty of earth. So they could be, maybe they could travel, but not necessarily be huge, travelers, but they just like beauty and seeing sights, and they might just do that, sometimes through their phones or TV, but often with drives and things like that. But also they might be the type that will just have a beautiful home because they like beautiful things. Maybe they collect beautiful pieces of art. Maybe you're an artist and that's how you get to meet each other, or vice versa, or wherever you want to see yourself. So when these cards come out, they could all represent one person. They could represent you and your spouse. They could represent different choices, so some of you might resonate with this guy who's very more on the practical side, the earthy side, and some might resonate more with the Emperor, but who's also more earthy. Some might resonate with the Queen of Cups because she's more of the creative, artistic person. But either way, it could be all of the same thing, or a little bit. You may feel like the kind of spouse that you'll be attracted to, or that you already know by now maybe, will be this one who gives you structure and stability. But I feel like the Emperor also give you a bit of structure and stability. They're just it's just bigger scale, broader scale. So yeah, so he's definitely encouraging you to think big, and that is his mode of operation there. And then the Queen she's a mystic. She's the healer. She has the sacred heart and beauty. So, I mean, this divine wisdom may actually feel like it's more belonging to the Queen of Cups. And if you resonate with the Queen of Cups, then that could go together. Not necessarily, but that could be true for some of you, right? Or together, you and your husband or wife together create this beautiful divine wisdom because of what you give to each other, what you share with each other. Well, it's kind of interesting. My mom and her husband, who's only been married for a little while, he's practical Capricorn, but together they became more spiritual in a sense. They went to church more frequently and things like that. So it could be something like that too that's going on when you marry this person. She is, and also it could be like an artistic connection. Like she has come up with some beautiful, the beauty, and he would like to fill his home with this beauty, right? She's very sensitive and nurturing, and she's in sync with the needs of others, and she's very warm and tender personality. She makes you feel at home the moment you meet her, or them, he, her. I'm just saying her because of the image, but it can also represent a man. And the connection is boundless, like goes boundless dimensions. So we feel like that, to unseen realms, to otherworldly things, a high insight, ability to see through the veils of consciousness and time. This is the person who can help you, encourage you to connect with spirit, to go within, to tap into the metaphysical and healing arts and self-care things and all of that. So very mystical person here, very intuitive, somebody that you might have known from a past life, somebody you're connected to from a past life, and just it feels very, I hear kismet, destiny, you know, it feels like destiny when you meet this person. Yeah. So you may already know this person and you're already getting that feeling of destiny. As far as the Emperor goes, he is kind of, the energy of the Emperor is just King of Pentacles kind of amplified a little bit more, you know, with some higher major arcana energy. But he is also discipline and balance and divine masculine. So this is like counterpart energy. This person has really leveled up a lot before you marry them, and you may know them, and this is just a leveling up that you're doing together. This is about success. He has a lot of fortitude and a very intense personal code of conduct, like very noble and regal, and also creative and a nurturer. So it's like these two energies combined in one. There's a lot of, he like wants to bring, his gentle strength brings harmony and peace to places where there's conflict and separation. So yeah, he's definitely a visionary, like somebody who really helps change the world. So this could be like one of those major kind of Renaissance type men who, or women who come through your life in a real power. Like I feel guru, I feel very strong energy, guru energy here. And but you, like the feminine here, match it. It's like counterpart. So yeah, there's that strong guru energy. And it's definitely about, like the emperors built civilization. So you kind of have that energy here, like a new world is happening when you're with this person. Okay, so before we go on, let's get a few little words to help us understand more their personality traits. I feel like maybe Spirit's saying, maybe they're beyond. Okay, let's just take outgoing, powerful, definitely creative. There you go, and chic. I feel like elegance, like masterful, powerful, rich, but in a very understated way, and which makes them chic. All right, let's see with the cherry on top what we get. We have loving, and that's very much like the Queen of Cups. Anything else? Okay, this one. And Earth Generous. So that's like them two together. Very nice. Okay, and now we're going to get one card from, from our Animal Tarot. Get any more insight on this person? All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's just take this one. Oh, look at the King of Cups. Oh my gosh. So we have Queen of Cups and King of Cups. Oh, okay. I'm going to look at and Three of Cups. Whoa. And we have meditation. All right. So I'm taking all of those. Sometimes, Spirit does these things. Like they spit out a bunch of cards of a different category for pile 1, but pile 2 now wants to spit out the animal cards. So King of Cups is just like the Queen of Cups, very loving, generous, nurturing, giving, intuitive, and a good family man. Like this is going to be a good family man. And the Three of Cups is like I just feel like celebrations, love energy, family energy, sharing a lot of love. And then meditation, which is so cool. Meditation is an extra card in this deck. It's called a wild card, and it is it's about intention, thought, and balance, and it's air, water, energy. And so the message from the penguin is this: take some time for you today. Quiet your mind through the power of meditation and deep thought. Give yourself permission to be rather than to do all the time, rather than think all the time. Reap the benefits of calm, quiet, still mind, and come back to your tasks, your day, your life refreshed from this time with yourself. Isn't that neat? And so that's exactly what this energy is. It's very spiritual, very meditative. This person knows their ascended master. I feel like that word outgoing, actually, it could be, this person is very friendly and stuff, but also I'm just seeing a spirit that goes outward, or a spirit that travels a lot. It could be somebody who likes to do astral traveling through their meditations. It's just like this boundless, limitless energy going on in this pile for this couple. All right, let's get an archetype. Let's kind of get an idea. Maybe we can find out more signs or personality type. Go a little further. I mean, we're getting pretty far with this. I just want one of these since I got 3 of those. There we go. That was a good flip. Ooh, there's a rebel here. All right, the wild rose. So amid all of this spirituality, I think it gives me this feeling like, what it gives me a feeling like? How religions sometimes are born out of rebelling against an old way of doing something, right? So the Lutheran religion, because my dad was Lutheran, my mom was Catholic, I learned a little bit about why the Lutherans branched out, very much like Protestant came from Christianity. And it's just like the same thing, but doing it differently. Similar to even what we do here. A lot of what we do on this channel, or through tarot, or through our spiritualism, some of it's based off of pagan ideas, some of it is based off of Christianity, some of, it's just, but it's the basis of it is connecting with a higher being, right? Or beings. Having faith in something greater than you. And so there could be just this couple, like you and your future spouse, could just have a way about expressing that's a little bit different from the norm. Anyway, the rebel is like this, thinking outside the box person. And the sign is Aquarius. That makes sense. So it's about challenge, expression, justice, equality, creativity. Interesting. There's just this very breaking away from the average and the expected and the normal, but still holding on to those core values of loving your fellow man and things like that. Things that are core and good to most religions, but that are breaking away from some of the structure of religion, right? Trying to show this similar things through different way. That's all. That's all religion is, right? So let's see. One more thing. So let's find out where is this leading? Where this is heading for you guys with the romantic fairy. All right. You have open your heart. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. So I'm feeling that if you don't already know this person, you might meet them through some kind of cause, where you I don't know, so it was something where their rebellious nature or your rebellious nature makes you do something that kind of surprises you even, you know, like volunteering for some kind of political thing, or, you know, hugging a tree or something like that, you know, like anyway. And when you meet, because of the environment, because of why you're there, it's not at first recognizable that you have an attraction. So it's important that you open your heart, because that is going to lead to getting to know this person and leveling you up and moving on to your marriage or to your life with them. I'm hearing life path more than life partner. But it's both, right? Life path and life partner. So, all right, let's see what your charms have to say. Okay. All right, we have, this is like Pentacles times 1,000. It is the diamond cluster, and it just represents like really rich and also glow up and beauty. Yeah, so definitely feeling this, you are the beauty in his life, or the other way around. And then we have number 4, like 4 of Wands. We have why, idea. There's a lot of pondering here. It's like a lot of asking questions that lead to more questions and lead to expanding the mind and searching for more, you know, searching for more out there. You know, there's that saying that necessity is the mother of invention, and things like that. You know, the inventors, things were invented and made because of a need for speed mostly, but a need for something quicker, faster, a need for something more efficient. And I feel like something like that is happening here too, you know, like inventions and expansion. We have the hanger, which could represent baby stuff. So I think you possibly could have a baby together. It also could represent sexy lingerie too, so that's possible. And treat yourself if you need to update your sweet nothings. And then you have the key to each other's hearts. And I think one of the things that your person's going to really love about you, or you're going to really love about your person, is this deep thinking, you know, deep emotional person, but also very beautiful, physically beautiful and inwardly beautiful, and an amazing deep thinker, wise and intuitive, but also capable of grasping big concepts, you know. And then we have the rooster, which is a little bit cocky. It could be a morning person. Could be a person who likes the farm life, you know. It could be that as well. There's a lot of possibilities there. But also the rooster is just a very masculine animal, and so strong masculinity there. All right, so I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that, and if you want to push that little thumb down in the corner, it does this little confetti party. Next to that is a subscription button. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you as a sparkle of light. If you're a returning subscriber, hello and thank you and welcome back. If you are a returning member, special hugs and kisses to you. If you want to become a member, hit that join button, and it won't do anything until you pick a tier, and it'll just show you all the ways that you can become a member. There's other ways that you can support the channel. You can go to my Patreon page. All of that is in the description box, but there's also things to look at down below. There's like a little donation button. There's all kinds of stuff, and also the chapters. So I have timestamps both in the description box and in the comment section, and you can just post the picture that goes with the chapter, which is kind of convenient and easy. And if you like to look at multiple chapters, then you can just kind of skip around like that. It makes it easy. So I hope you like that. And if you want, you can choose multiple piles. I happen to like the number 24, so I often do like 2 and a 4. You could do something like that. And so yeah, I'll see you at the next pile. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Okay, and here's pile number 3 with the rose quartz. I had that right over here. What was on that one? I can't remember. All right, so let's see what we've got. So we have, ooh, the universe, beautiful. So this, it feels like one, it's interesting. I feel like you could watch all 4 piles because it seems like there's a segue between each one. So pile 2 was talking a lot about expansion, and that's what the universe feels like, expansion to me. Like broad-minded, deep thinkers, more of that going on. The universe is like all 4 corners, and as far as signs, astrology goes, it's often represented by the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Let's see what else will come out of the universe. This is like somebody acknowledging their own divinity, you know. It's not like this person is seeing themselves as small or so small compared to everything, but also seeing themselves as divine, like a divine piece of this amazing puzzle. The feeling of the universe is about completion, ascension, clarity, success, and arrival. There's that full circle feeling. There's this is the end of the journey. There's the alpha and the omega. It's very godlike, you know. But you can use the universe in a mundane way, just in the day, like when you just do simple tests and you've completed it and you feel good about it. But in a big, broad way, it could come to mean something like really achieve, like it could have to do with retirement or achieving major goals and successes in your life. So I feel like this person, your future spouse, is going to be a very successful person. This also feels a little bit older, or early success in their life, where kind of like a Jake Ducey, like this person could be young but have stumbled upon like the secrets of the universe early in their life and able to share this with people, and especially with their spouse, you know. So I feel like something like this is also kind of the other word that comes out in my head a lot for the universe is rapture. It feels kind of, you know, kind of like a peak, you know, or, you know, when the full moon is like, it's like a climax. So it just feels really good. I just feel, first of all, I'm feeling, other than a spirituality, I'm feeling like a really nice sexual compatibility with your person. Let's just say that. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We also have the Magician. I kept mistaking the Emperor for the Magician, but here we have the Magician. So the Magician is often seen as Gemini, sometimes Scorpio, and this is major arcana, so this is definitely high up energy. Also, you know, the higher up you go in court cards, the better looking the person is. But when you get into the major arcana, then it's like, whoa, you get blown away, mostly by their magnetism, their power, their attractiveness. This person is more than just I feel they can have a strong physical attraction to this person, other than the connection, the spiritual connection or intellectual connection. There's going to be a lot of physical connection as well. Okay, let's see what else. We've got Queen, I was about to say Joan of Arc. We have the Queen of Swords here. She's like in chainmail. Very cool. A lot of intelligence here. Highly intelligent couple. think the intelligence goes both ways. And the King of Cups. Okay, so one way we can look at this is a little bit, each card, it represents a little bit of the person, your person that you're going to marry or spend your life with. But it can also represent, like, this is for some of you out there, this is for some of you out there, and this one's for some of you out there. Or a mix of things. Or this card represents you and this red card represents your spouse. Whatever, you know, like, I'm just going to talk about each energy and then you can decide for yourself what seems to resonate more. Some of you will already be dating maybe, or knowing who your future spouse could be, you know, or, you know, some of you might even be engaged, and that this could validate whether that you will actually marry them. Some of you may not yet know your future spouse, and this is like energies coming towards you. I'm feeling a lot of, in each pile, like, a lot of maturity needs to happen and sort of a leveling up before you decide to spend your life with this person. I feel like a lot of you out there are not just going to go the easy material route, the comfort levels and all of that, that so many of you are going to be more attracted to the spiritual connection and wanting a spouse that gets you on all levels and not just can provide for you financially. So I'm feeling that again here. I feel, but with this group, I feel more on the intellectual stimulation as well. Like, that's going to be a major point, is being able to talk to each other, communicate, get each other's jokes, you know, have humor, have that sexual attraction. I mean, this, you know, that is not, that just, the universe just made me think of that, but also Geminis make me think of that, and cups, and, you know, anyway, this guy, this magician, is very skillful, a strong manifester, full of action, inspiration, genius, mastery. They're at the top of their game. They could be like these inventors that I was talking a little bit about in pile 2, like, but in pile 2 we got more of a new religion, and here I'm feeling more just high level communication and genius. We'll find out more. So yeah, the magician represents skills and talents, and it's kind of this alchemy that gets brought forth in the physical world, because the magician is about the tools, the different tools. So we have a cup, and it's like he has a cup, you know, and we have the pentacle and the sword, and she has the sword, and those represent, earth represents the physical material, the air represents the mental, fire represents the spiritual here, and water represents emotional. And this is all about this person. Your spouse is going to be this kind of person who's able to channel their full potential. They'll be able to bring it all, you know. You'll have the whole complete package with this person, and most of all, you're going to be able to communicate with them. There's just going to be a lot of thought work here. There's this feeling like there's a co-creation happening, and invention, and like this inward out, you know, like a thought turns into a reality. That's what manifesting is. So I feel like this person has manifested you or you manifested them. But there's definitely this, I was looking for you, I was needing you in my life, and then you appeared, you know. And I feel like they'll be ready. They'll be ready. It's just, they're an interesting kind of person because they're so good at knowing what they want, but sometimes not knowing what to do with it when they have it. So and then I think there's going to be an opposite energy that they know what to do with it when they have it, but they've never really been sure of exactly what they want, you know, never been able to like pin down exactly detail for detail what they want. But when things come into their life, they fully appreciate it. Like they have a lot of gratitude, right? So that, I think that's the counterpart energy here. So there's a feminine energy or feminine swords energy that's very independent. She's a perfectionist. She's articulate and impartial. Like she does not judge, you know, and it could be he does not judge. It could be that too, just because he looks like a girl and just saying she. But she could, you know, and interestingly enough about the Queen of Swords, since she does sort of look like Joan of Arc, it could be neither nor, you know, no, non-binary, because it could be like it could be somebody who, like Joan herself, dressed like a boy so she could fit in, something like that. There could be something going on like that. Like this person may be in school dressed more masculine because that just made them feel more like themselves. Something like that. And so we have that kind of energy here. But also this person is extremely intelligent. She sees through BS, illusion, deceptions. There's no way you can lie to this person, so don't even try. She's very perceptive and analytical and straightforward. As far as signs, we have, like I said, possibly Gemini here. The Queen Swords is air signs like, what are air signs? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And then water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And so the Queen of Swords is very mature, and she may not be very outwardly emotional, but I think she has depth to her emotions. Like Aquarians, you may notice that in Aquarians, they're very loving people, but kind of cool, but then they'll surprise you when, you know, you see emotion out of them, because they normally act very calm all the time, but the depth of their emotions quite deep. But generally they stick to their intellect to help them get through things. And when this feminine, if they're when this person, it could be you, it could be your person, but when this person opens themselves up, it's like it should be really highly appreciated, because it's sort of a big deal for them to open up, right? This is also about this person's very objective, very open-minded, very good with making decisions. And so it could also be a queen and a king here, these higher court people who are very attractive, very high level, that are, you know, one's the masculine, one's the feminine, and the King of Cups is actually the emotional one. And so maybe that's that could be a contention, or it might not be. Like sometimes when people come together, they intuitively know. It's like, especially Kings of Cups will intuitively know if this person cannot outwardly express herself in an emotional way, then they're very like loving about it, and they won't push or force. And then when this person does open themselves up emotionally, then this person will be very nurturing and caring and protective of their feelings. So yeah, he's nurturing, diplomatic, strong, and generous, and he is emotional and very sensitive and psychic. And he's ruled by this sacred wisdom of the heart. He's a natural leader. He has a lot of diplomacy. He likes, he just enjoys celebrating. He likes celebrating. He likes the things in life that make you happy, you know, joyful occasions. He loves beauty that's all around him. He can like sort of take those little mind trips kind of thing, go off into a world, kind of like a Pisces might. The other thing, maybe with the cups, you might find a little bit of mind altering substance things that happen here occasionally. I think when you get to the king level, then you've kind of got it under control and it's only a sometimes thing. But I don't think the Queen of Swords minds too much if they're if they're the counterparts here. And the Magician, definitely the Gemini energy also makes me think that there could be like, it makes me feel like Doctor Strange energy, like slipping through portals and things like that, dimensions, and, you know, just gives me this Doctor Strange feeling. And what they don't show on, you know, they don't show drug use on Doctor Strange, but it does feel that way when you're watching it, you know, like, am I tripping out? It kind of just feels like that way sometimes, I think, in this connection, you know. But generally, it's just a very happy, healthy, they're going to find, you know, creative outlets and ways to express themselves in all ways. But it's kind of interesting. I can't really catch on to what kind of job that they would have. It feels a little ethereal. It definitely, you know, feels like own, you know, entrepreneur kind of thing. But like, they're definitely like the idea man or woman, the idea person. So they could work pretty well with others and be the idea person behind the scenes kind of thing. Because I think it's somebody else that helps, like, they're manifesting it, but the actual physical reality belongs to someone else. It feels like the dream world, or the concept, is here. It's the concept mostly that's come out to play. I don't know. This gave me a headache, this reading. All right, let's see now. Let's get a few more words here to describe your person. All right. We've got polite. That's good. Who knew? Radical. Noble. Author. Okay. So yeah, so there you go. Now we got a job. An author creating this interesting book. What else do we have? Looks like everybody's driving crazy. So it's just as soon as I decide to do a long reading, that's when everybody wants to room past my window again. So we have Earth generous and Earth strong and Air flexible and Water empath. Okay. So let's get one of these animal tarot cards. This reading looks so hazy, doesn't it? It's getting dark a little bit. I always try to start this early enough so I have light, natural light for the whole reading, and then it starts to get dark. That one. Ooh, what a pretty birdie. Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have more of that air energy. This is Pure intellect. I feel like, though, because we have the Knight of Swords, we have like almost felt, at first I felt like a messenger, but now I'm feeling more like a hunter, a champion, a soldier. Maybe this was this person, I feel more like ex-military, you know, served. I think they served. That's what I'm getting. And so that makes sense, you know, with the Joan of Arc here. So definitely I'm feeling that, and this bird's wings almost look like chainmail, right? Armor, swords and armor. So yeah, there's a nobility here, very strong, noble person, because for one, they served for our country, or your country, wherever you're from. But yeah, military. All right, let's see what else. Let's get a Oracle of the Roses to figure out what their archetype is. Whoa. All right, okay, we got the Flirt, which makes sense with Gemini. Sweetbriar Rose, the Flirt. It's interesting that how we have such spiritual stuff going on, you know, but at the same time, did I talk about the King of, yes I did, So the Flirt is, what sign is the Flirt? I bet it's Gemini. Or maybe not. Maybe maybe it's Sagittarius. Oh, it's Gemini. So that emphasizes the Gemini sign. So this is all about charm and playfulness and attention and connection and confidence. When this person meets you, oh my gosh, they're going to be real major words of affirmation types. That's how you're going to recognize them. They're going to praise you, say nice things about you. They're going to talk a lot. And that's why I feel like, too, this is a person that you could get high with and just talk all night. You don't have to get high with them, but I'm just feeling like I just keep seeing that ability to go to spacey places and just chat it up, you know? So that's going to be a fun connection whenever you meet, unless you've already met, you know? Let's find out what else about where is this going? The romantic fairy will tell us. Who are they? Where are they going? How are they getting here? Sometimes. Okay, we have, all right. So you will fall in love. You will feel this sudden feeling that this is the one. So when you meet them, sure, they're going to be very flirty and have a lot of nice things to say to you, but the feelings go deep really fast. Or, you know, with time. But you're going to fall in love with them. Okay, forgiveness. So for some of you, this will be somebody maybe you've already known from the past, and you're allowing waters to wash away that pain, that of some situation, something that you've already been through, and starting fresh and new. Maybe this person has leveled up and become a better person, you know, and you're going to go through a new phase together that leads to life partnership. This could be somebody that maybe it's somebody you work with, but it generally, this represents having a common cause with them, like, you know, doing things together that your shared shared goals and shared morals and shared visions and shared ideas of how to make the world a better place, you know? So you're both going to be on the same page in that regard. And there's it looks like a lot of kissing. It's very, there's a strong connection here. Definitely strong physical connection. So, all right, let's see what your charms have to say. Okay. Get more than I expected to, but we'll go through them. Okay, ooh, we have the snake. So the snake is like shedding of the skin, and it represents like libido, the kundalini, this ripple effect up the spine. If you want to try some chakra balancing, releasing of the kundalini exercises, I recommend it highly. In fact, I'm overdue for that. You have here, we have, so here we have this is like the diamond cluster, which represents pentacles times 1,000. This is meaning like a lot of money and also a lot of beauty, like a really beautiful glow up. Oh, look at there. So the fact that you have the ring coming out it's kind of like speed, like this, like that car sound. Like this is happening soon. And you know, I want to tell you a little story about this ring. I was taking a walk at my favorite park, and my uncle was walking with me, and he found this, and I feel like it's sort of symbolic, like a future love with wings. Your love gives me wings, you know, and your love gives me wings. I just feel like something's happening fast for you. So it could be, yeah, it could be something this year, maybe. We have the X-Wing fighter represents the good guys coming in. So just at the last minute, when Luke thought he was going to get shot, in comes Han Solo, who everybody thought was too materialistic to care about helping his friends. And he comes in, kills the bad guys so Luke can save the day. So something like that and wonderful is going to happen for you too. Like this is like one of those stars aligned moments. Everything's going to fall into place. The good guys are coming through, and it clears the path for you. Just voila, there it is. It's open now. We have the Eiffel Tower, and that can represent destinations. It also sort of represents like you being a transmitter tower, sending a signal into the universe saying, hey, universe, this is what I want, beep, 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 you know, manifesting like the like the magician over there. And then the universe taking in the satellite, you know, the tower sends the signal to the satellite, and the satellite represents like the universe and sends what you need, you know? So a beautiful connection like that. We have a car, so it could be some traveling, somebody getting a new car, road trips. Maybe it's just saying you've been hearing cars drive by, and that's like a sign of speed or a sign of movement. We have the praying hands, which also is like the manifesting hands. Prayers are manifestations. And we have the anchor. Once you guys get married or decide to become life partners, you are going to be stable and together forever, you know, together to the end. This is will be a permanent situation. And then you have cheese. I think there's going to be a lot of sharing. Like this piece cut out of the cheese represents that you're a giving person, or your person is a giving person, or you both are. And I feel like the top hat represents that you've known each other in a past life. And then we have luxury. Why did I say luxury? But yeah, maybe a nice luxurious trip, a spa trip, but definitely leisure. That's what I meant to say, leisure. I feel like, yeah, like you could be retired, or he could be retired. I just feel like that's possible here. And then we have the motorcycle. So maybe somebody who rides a motorcycle. It could be taking rides together. We have something happening this week. Okay. And then we have the cog, which is like the missing piece in a clock or in a bicycle or something like that. It's like mechanic a piece that's missing. Or there could be this, you know what, this Gemini magician could be a mechanic easily, you know, with some far thought reaching ideas. And then we have because I see Aquarians oftentimes really brilliant minds, but they don't mind having regular jobs, you know, the regular jobs. They also like to try lots of different kinds of jobs, you know. They don't like to stay in the same job twice. And since we did have Aquarius pop out here, yes, and we have a lot of air, there's a very strong possibility here, but definitely doesn't, not specific to signs, because it's more specific to the energy. What does Aquarius mean? You know, very free thinking, independent, cool-headed genius types here. We have the rooster again, which represents a masculine who is very masculine. And we also have the angel in the moon. So I feel like interesting prophetic dreams, messages in your dreams, gonna hear that. And we have the Big Ben. Big Ben makes me think of a dream that I had, which felt like, but most of the times I think it represents like a divine timing. There's some really magical timing happening here. There's a lot of joy, and it's very possible something very interesting and magical could happen by Christmas of this year, because I feel like something close is coming. There is something shifting. We also have a little key too that opens up like small things. You know, the little key and a little lock, but it could be opening up something very big. And then we also, what is this one? This is a kitty cat? Oh yeah, some more music. See, look at all this music. That there could be somebody that plays instruments too, or sings. A lot of music. Or maybe you communicate through music, lyrics, song titles, things like that. All right, well, I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to click that little thumb down there in the corner. It like lets off this little confetti party. And then next to that is a subscription button to subscribe. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love to have you as a sparkle of light. And next to that is the join button. If you want to become a member, then that would even be greater. I really appreciate everybody who is either a subscriber or a member or just plain watching this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. There's all kinds of ways that you can support the channel if you're so inclined. Check out all the little buttons down there. In the description box, I have a bunch of links where you can find me, and I make cards and stuff, and you can support the channel buying my cards. You can even go to the Patreon page and donate over there and see my artwork and stuff. So lots of ways that you can keep this going, and I can keep sharing my love through my artistic talent and through my other talents, my psychic talents, yes. Anyway, appreciate you being here. And yeah, if you want to just skip around to different chapters, there's that chapter down there. You go in the description box and hit more, or go down and hit more, and then you'll see the chapters, and all you have to do is click on the pictures and jump around. So you can watch as many as you want to, or all of them, or like if you're like me and you like number 24, then you could go to 2 and 4, or however you want to do that. And I hope you guys like that. It's a fun reading to do, and it was way overdue. And so I'll see you at the next pile. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Okay, and here we are with the yellow agates, I believe. That's what that is. And let's see what we got. So we have Moonchild. Okay, what the tarot is named after. So this is just coming full circle. So we started with pile 1 and the little moon, and so maybe you're a 14, maybe you picked pile 1 and 4, but it's interesting because I feel in pile 1 we had a lot of that yin yang energy, the sun moon energy, and I was wondering, where's the moon? And there she is in pile 4. So there we go. Like, she looks like she's glowing just like the altar. we'll talk more about her. Let's see. Moonchild. So this is like an extra card, and well, it's an extra card, but it's like the extra card because it's this special deck. Moonchild. I hear this little song in my head that I can't seem to get out, but it's like, calling Moonchild. And I remember my daughter playing the video, and there was one version of the song of this with this girl tap dancing to it. And it just something so kind of sad but precious about it. Yeah, so the Moonchild is about magic and ritual and connection and abundance and manifestation. And so she's very much like the magician. She knows how to manifest, and she's a lot like the Hierophant who's about the rituals, and she's definitely magical like a magician. She's kind of like every energy. It's almost like if you picked pile 4, you picked the energies of all 4 piles. So this is cultivating your relationship with the moon. And in pile 1 we had shadow energy, right? Shadow and light. And so the moon could represent to you like your shadow, or represents that your future spouse could be of the shadow, and you could be of the sun, you know, of the light, or not, you know, whatever you see. She does represent like a doorway and new opportunities and an ebb and flow. And the moon is just so beautiful because it affects the tides, and that there is an ebb and flow there. It affects us because we're large percent of water, like 80% of our bodies is water. So I feel like this person also could be ruled by the moon, like a Cancer sign. And yeah, Mama Luna does illuminate shadows, but it's interesting, she reflects the sun, and that makes her the moon. You know, the light of the moon is the sun's reflection. It's about our feelings, so could check into your moon sign too. And maybe you'll be meeting this person, or something about this person has to do with moon cycles in general, like either your moon sign, their moon sign. Maybe your moon signs click really easily. Maybe you'll be meeting during a full moon, or something having to do with the moon. There's going to be some specific connection for you. It's about your emotions and feelings though too. Okay, well, let's see what else. So we also have the Lovers, which is also Gemini. So, but I feel like, so with the Lovers, I'm feeling like, yeah, similar to pile 3, there's going to be a sexual attraction, but I think this is deeper. Like, it's more than just that. It's like intimacy, like a need or a longing to touch, to be close, physically close to each other a lot. It's kind of yeah, you're 2 wholes that make a greater whole, 2 making 1. This is like the union of heart, mind, soul, and body, like all of it. And it's almost like where one starts, the other one ends. You know, like you almost can't, people might not be able to really see the difference, you know, tell the difference between you, or see you as separate from each other ever, because it feels like you just belong to each other so much. Okay, what else? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I was about to say the Queen of Independence. She does seem very independent, and she is very wealthy, very strong, independent, stable, sensual. So the touch, I think a love language of touch is going to be very strong. So we have signs that we have Gemini, then we have earth signs like Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And what else? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So he came out in the daily dust today, and he's like slow and steady wins the race kind of guy with a cute man bun. so yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Well, let's go back to the Lovers. Let's think about them a little bit more. Because we have another major arcana card come out, I feel like a very strong spiritual protection over this couple. And it's almost like I can't tell who's who, right? Oh look, and then the man bun is right there, and like her braids and her queen braids. That's so sweet. This is them too. Aww. So, and it looks like she might be pregnant. So I think there's going to be a lot of fertility here. Definitely it's balance, it's unity, celebration, friendship, and love. This, for some of you, I feel like this could be somebody that you've known a long time. Like could be a childhood sweetheart. This could be even like a grade school friend that you grew up together. You just never knew anything but being friends. And then one day you decide, okay, let's get married because you know what? You are my life partner. I can't see my life without you. I know one couple like that. They're my German friends, and I think they met when they were 6 years old. And they were together ever since, and they're still together now. And I don't know, like they're both in their 40s, 50s. Yeah, so pretty amazing. And most of the time was just being together, and then they finally decided to get married, and then they had a child together. But yeah, it wasn't about the paper, it was about them just being together. So this is a very potent symbol of the heart, and it's funny, it can represent deep platonic friendship, and maybe that's how you guys start, you know? And then it represents also the soul, like, and knowing each other for lifetimes and lifetimes. And it represents strength and dreams coming true, your dreams and your stories coming true, you know, what your visions of your shared ideas and things that you want. And this Lover's card is not really about a choice. It's about, this pyramid is just like, there's no, you know, it's just very majestic. And it comes to a point where it's coming to a, you know, pinnacle, a point where it's almost like it's going to shoot into the heavens or whatever because of this union. That's very sweet. So, I mean, on an earthly basis, you guys could be quite regular, you know, and just seem like a really nice people to the outside world. But I feel like there's just a very deep inner world between you guys. And that's why I don't mean to say you guys, but you too, because this is not, I mean, I don't see you separate from your future spouse. I just see you, with your future spouse. I see you as one, and then I talk to you as a unit, you know? So the Queen of Pentacles she's just very nurturing. I'm just trying to get a good, I mean, this card is so beautifully drawn. I just wanted to make sure you see. And of course, the dark skin girl comes out when I have the dark lighting. So I want you to see how pretty she is. So she is nurturing, cautious, fertile. She's the Earth Mother, and she's very pragmatic. I feel like you guys have been together a long time, and you're going to decide to get married or become life partners. But I think this group, I think, is going to get married. You know, in a church, in a chapel, in front of people, whatever. I think you're gonna get married because you want to have children together. Some of you, I just feel like the majority of this group is young people, younger people, 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, but mostly 20s and 30s, and building a family. There are some of you that are watching that will be older and already have kids, and maybe have had kids from previous marriages, and now you're finally uniting with a soulmate, you know, somebody that's kind of a step above just the people, other people in your life. But the majority of you think this represents like loving, youthful energy here. And then we have yeah, and so the Knight of Pentacles, it feels like another kind of twin flame connection, but in this twin flame connection, like many, have obstacles. Maybe one of the obstacles that you deal with, it will be, it could be different races, it could be different ages, just like what you might see here. But you see how in the Lovers, you don't see any of that. You're just a silhouette, you're one. But you know, sometimes other people will see you as different, and you know, see the differences between you, but you guys don't see the differences between you. So the Queen of Pentacles is very down to earth, and she's very nurturing. She's really good with commitments and responsibilities, and really good with her friends and family, like such a social hostess. She's going to have a very nice home, a nice environment. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles here, he is he's a bit of more of a traveler, so he won't be too sitting in his home all the very much, but definitely more active, more go, you know, go getter, get around town kind of person. But still, there's never going to be a time where they don't feel connected, even if they're doing their own separate things. And I think it's going to be good too for them to have their own separate things to do. I think there will be that too. I think this is a very healthy couple, yet they very much like to be connected and close to each other, and their thoughts kind of are the same thoughts, because we both have, you know, both earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorns, and there's a very stable spirit, very strong foundation, a lot of success and strong financial goals. There's definitely the physical and the material here, but also with the Queen, there's a lot of a spirituality, a lot of strength of character. Ow, ow, pumpkin, no. So, but with and so similarly with the Knight of Pentacles, he's very hardworking, and maybe if he's a little bit younger, he might feel like he has to prove himself a little bit more. He could be a slightly conservative, a little bit stubborn, but definitely a nature lover. He's very wise. I think he definitely wants that family. He needs, but he also needs peace and quiet, a quiet place for contemplation and meditation. He's pretty wise for his age, though. You know, you wouldn't know that he is as young as he is, and he's very loyal and responsible, and he follows through on his promises and his plans. And that's another thing, like this person, when they say they're going to commit, they will commit. Both the Queen and the King will come, or Knight. And see, I think he has King energy, but he's very active, like, because he's a Knight. He could be athletic, or he could just like to travel a lot, be in a car a lot, you know, deliveries, things like that. Just see him moving a lot. But he's definitely patient, and and you know, thinks his way through a lot. You know, doesn't he's not impulsive at all. Very methodical about his movements and actions. But it gives the Queen of Pentacles such peace. So if they're two separate people, but that's another way you can read this. Like you can read this as, it feels like of all piles, this one the most feels like these two are the couple in this, and one is you and one is, you know, your future spouse. And but also you can see it as this is your spouse, this is your spouse, or this is your spouse. You know, you can see it like that. You can see that this is your spouse, and this represents a person that could possibly be Gemini, who likes to be very connected and unified with you, and will definitely, it feels like high level energy and soulmate energy. If this is your spouse, you're feeling it could be a feminine energy or not necessarily, but it is nurturing and stable. And if this is your spouse, you're feeling that same kind of nurturing stability, but with a little bit more action behind it, and a person who likes to travel or get around. And so, you know, put yourself where you see yourself. If you see yourself here, if not, then you'll see, you know, your spouse in these different cards. Or if not, then you can pick a different pile, and you might want, you know, you might feel connected like pile 1, because it just, they feel sort of connected to me, and you might want to check out pile 1 too, if it makes sense. Sometimes you might see yourself in the whole pile, and then you go to pile 1 and then you see your spouse. So sometimes it works out that way as well. Let's get a few words. All right, let's see. Lots of barking going on outside. Oh, there's a flipper. You've got gray. Okay, there could be somebody here that might have gray hair, maybe. Or gray in their temples. Let's see. Oh, so you've got, oh, maybe a celebrity. Somebody who's cute and well read. Very nice. Okay, let's see now with the cherry on top. What else do we have? We have air, free, and water, understanding. Those are good additional elements and energy there. So let's see now what your animal tarot, the animal tarot tells us. Give us like a little extra. All right, we have, ooh, the 6 of Wands. Yeah, so celebrity. Interesting. This person could, somebody here could be well known. Or this could just be a well-known couple that hasn't married yet or will get, you know, like maybe is everybody expecting them to get married. Kind of like, I heard, okay, gray hair, but I heard George Clooney in my head. And not saying that this is George Clooney, but this kind of maybe a dynamic, like for some of you out there, it could be like an old bachelor who's been around for a long time and finally he's going to settle down. So the two ideas that have come out here, I think, is some that have known each other a long time since they were kids and want to settle down and have children together, and then some who have, you know, been there, done that, or been, you know, this single bachelor for a really long time, and on the reverse, you know, maybe want to pass along their legacy, write a will, and have somebody, you know, that they can pass their wealth to or whatever. Anyway, and I mean, I know that in marriage there's more than those material things, but that could be one of the factors here anyway for some. And but I think mostly what I feel in this energy is a really beautiful emotional energy of the feminine, some connection to the moon, and the couple like really physically connected, and it's gonna be, there's a lot of spirituality for sure, but I think that part is just not so obvious to the public, and I think there's a bit of public energy here, like people know these people. So let's see what the Oracle of the Roses has to say. Okay. Okay, we have the caregiver and the self. All right. So this can also help us understand a little more about signs as well. So I didn't say that much with the Six of Wands, but it definitely, the Six of Wands represents somebody who's really beloved, who is well liked in the community. People really see them with, you know, with the hearts in their eyes. The heart eye emoji, you know, it's like just really appreciate this person. So this is about consciousness and unconsciousness, the self. Like this person knows who they are, and it could be like Eckhart Tolle. Like they could be like that type of person who's written a book about the power of now, or you know, something similar to that, where they're very conscious of the present. They're conscious of who they are. They know themselves. This is also talking about ego and wholeness and awareness, and the sign of Aries coming out. And then with the caregiver, we have, so that could be one person and this could be another person, or you might see yourself in one of these options. The caregiver, we have Cancer, and this is about self-care and nurturing and acceptance and trust and compassion. It's interesting, self-care, because we have the self. So this person is very, I feel like this represents that queen mostly, because I feel she's very aware of herself and she knows how to take care of herself, and maybe she knows how to pass that information on to others as well, or maybe as a duo they do that too. They're able to pass information on to others about how to care for themselves. I'm real curious now to see what the romantic fairy has to say. Like, give us more insight on who these people are. I'm just like, also Jack and Amanda, the twin flame couple that I don't know if you guys know them, might want to look them up. They're a beautiful like power couple. That's exactly, look at that, best friends. Maybe you've been, you know, like a lot of you are saying, best friends since you were pretty young. This is a friendship, and this friendship is vital to your romance, but then the feelings deepen and blossom, and it becomes something else, you know, it becomes your future. Let's see. This lighting, so challenging. I've been here all afternoon. You should go back and look at pile 1 so you can see the change of the light. So you are worthy. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person. And so it's interesting. So we have both, you know, this need to always be together, but it's not codependency and it's not clinginess. It's just, it is what it is. It's like you've already found your other half. But I feel like this just represents this health. There's this healthiness between your relationship, that you can do your own thing and you don't always have to be, you know, tied together all the time, right? But at the same time, you are like this kind of couple that complete each other's thoughts, and that's the way everybody sort of sees you. So it'll be important, that'll be an important dynamic in your relationship, to constantly, you know, be sure that you show your individuality as well. Otherwise, sounds like a lovely connection. Let's see what your charms have to say. Okay, so you guys like your coffee. Coffee. I like my coffee. And this has come out for everybody. So I just feel like every single pile is going to be very wealthy and very beautiful too. There's a lot of beautiful people. We have Idea, USA, Sure, maybe musician, a pianist here. We have the Taj Mahal, so maybe somebody from India. We have travel. We have motorcycles, so it could be taking rides together. A lot of traveling. Maybe Bun Guy likes a motorcycle. Somebody has a locked heart. And you know what I'm feeling like the locked heart could be that both people here are the types that get a lot of attention from other people, but they only have eyes for each other, so they close up their hearts to anybody else. So yeah, there's just no chance. I feel like for a lot of people, there is no chance for anybody to come between this couple, that they're only have eyes for each other, and their hearts are locked. Normally I see like this needs a key, you know, one person has the key and one has the lock, but I feel like when your hearts are locked like that, it means that, you know, like this is locked into place. You know, it's like, that's it. You know, we're locked. Oh, it reminds me of in the Love is Blind show, there's places where people will put a lock hanging off a bridge or whatever to represent, like they'll put, you know, their initials on it or something, and then click a lock on a bridge to represent their unity or whatever. So that could be something that you end up doing together, little ritualistic things like that, maybe to show your love. So I think that's sweet, and I hope you like that, you guys. I hope that resonated. And if it didn't, there's definitely 3 other piles to choose from that could resonate. And you know, what I love about this subject is that every time I do it, it gets a little bit different. It evolves. It shapeshifts. It does something different than I expect. But this one I think was particularly sweet, and I hope you liked it too. And so if you would like to give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. Just hit the little thumb button and you get this little confetti party, and then next to that you see a subscription. So if you're new to subscribing, thank you for being here, and now would you like to subscribe? I would really appreciate it. You can be part of the Sparkles of Light, and I'd love to have you. If you already are part of my subscribers, thank you so much for returning. And if you're a member, then even more hugs and kisses and special thanks to you. There's all kinds of buttons and things that you could push down there. There's also like a little donation button, I think. That's sort of new if you want to help and you don't want to like commit to a full reading or membership or anything like that, and you just want to, you know, donate coffee or something like that. You can push that. In the description box, there's all kinds of other ways to support the channel, and you can go to my Patreon as well. I also do artwork, and you can come sing with me. I haven't been singing that much lately, but you know, if you come to Smule and you want to sing with me, then and you let me know, I'll find a song and we can sing it together. Otherwise, you know, I'm on Instagram and TikTok, places you can find me. You're welcome to hang out with me in those places too. And I do private readings if you're interested as well. So thank you again so much. I go live on Tuesdays and Fridays usually, and sometimes for people in different time zones, I'll do Wednesdays and Saturdays. And really low discount prices. But speaking of discount prices, if you want to become a member, you can get some really, really great readings by becoming a member. If you want to be a Platinum Pixie, you can get monthly 25-minute readings plus charms for $25, and Guacamole and Claudia are in on that. Golden Fairies are $15 for 15 minutes with Leo, Sunchild, and Belinda. Fox with a Book. Then I have 11:11 Twin Flamers. So I'll do a reading, and at 11:11 I'll tell you like a special word that pops up at that time. And that one's only $9.99. And Jolene and Louisa have signed up for that one. And then we have tons of Fool of Faithers. So Fool of Faithers is a $5, not tons of Fool of Faithers, a few is a 5 to 10 minute reading, and that could be just whatever, oracle, little bit of tarot, just, you know, whatever comes up. We have Mary Joy, Laura Choa, and Weird Sister Liz Crowley. And now the Sparkles of Light. So if you become a Sparkle of Light, you get to join my lives with open chat and some freebies, a lot of freebies, a lot of discounts, and pendulum readings and all kinds of stuff going on. So I'm going to read out all my beautiful Sparkles of Light. I've got Yvette and Jess and Miss Fred and Maurice and J.R. Colgan and Alaya, Patricia, Divine Goddess, Lindsay, Giggles, Luce, Charisma, Divine Pearls, Amira, Sacred Dimensions, Katrina, Ashley, Tosney, Jim, Terry, Esmeralda, Gloria, Luna, Jessica Johnson, Stoya, Alexis Barbieri, and yes, so that, and Divine Goddess, did I say Patricia Costa? Oh my gosh, a lot of Sparkles of Light. Thank you all so much for supporting this channel. It's been an amazing journey, and I just love having everybody in my life that is you. You make this so amazing for me. Thank you. And I'll see you at your daily dust. And until then, faith, trust, and pixie dust.